I'm not gonna lie, I'd forgotten about this puzzle. Okay.
Mm. Is your brain engaged and ready to brain?
No. Alright, let's get started. Hello, welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3. It's me, Abe Prustian,
Cold run.
and we've got to figure this thing out. I actually was tempted to log in and try to solve this off camera because I thought it might be fiddly. And then I forgot. So here we are. And I gotta try to figure it out. I think the first thing I need to do, so there are four colors, and I have to advance them, and they can't overlap nodes, is what you suggested, what I think is true.
Yeah, I think that's what you found last time, right?
Yeah, I think by the end of it, I realized that was the case.
I
So,
wonder if it.
hmm
Oh, go ahead.
well, I was gonna say, I think I need to first figure out how many exits I have from where I am. So I
Hmm.
see like one neural node, one, two, up here, and then three, and four, and five. So there are actually plenty of exits from where I am now so that I don't overlap them. But I have to make sure they can get where they're going. This is going to be a pain and a half, isn't it? Okay. Oh, nothing for it but to do it, I guess.
Hmm. Is it? Do you think? Is it easier? Do you think to do it like take one all the way and then take the next all the
I
way, or to move each a little bit up at a time?
I'm gonna try taking like this purple forward and see if I can then go from there. And if that doesn't work, I'll try it the other way where I move um all of them. But I think that's good for purple. Okay. I at least did purple.
One
Okay.
down.
One down. Part of the
So
issue is hmm?
testing it out. It looks like if I jump into the chasm, it would lead to death.
That would make sense. Um, yeah, I think that makes sense. Okay, I'm gonna take yellow here. I guess I have to go down. I'm gonna try to go to the side.
Uh, ma, ba, uh,
Ah, zrrr. That brain is buzzing. I think, like, because what I'm trying to do right now is just find ways to kind of avoid the other
Yeah.
paths, which seems to be possible. I think maybe this will do it. Oh god, that'd be great.
Yeah. One shot.
Huh. I shouldn't say that when I'm only halfway done, but okay. I think I see here, here, and there. Finish blue. Okay, now green. I think there's still a path for green.
welcome back, Master.
Oh my god, I think I may actually have done it.
Oh, look at
Holy
you
cow, I
go.
did it!
One shot. No
Okay!
problem.
Yeah!
Nice job.
These boots have seen everything.
I'm actually pretty happy with that. I think I did
As
need
well you
to,
should be.
like, leave it and come back to it. Okay,
So
so
they said, "Welcome back, Master."
yeah. There's a
Oh,
waking mind. There's a desecrated relief. Okay,
interesting that it's
Bag
called a
of holding.
desecrated relief. Like, was it? It looks like just a regular relief.
yeah, let me look at what I just picked up. Waking mind, because I've seen a few corrupted minds. A humanoid brain, alive and in perfect condition, suspended in cerebrospinal fluid. That's really creepy. I don't like that.
The absolute moves.
Is this relief gonna take us into the room with the absolute? You know what? Even if it does, that's fine.
I doubt it.
But I doubt it too. I think that's a different path. We're pretty far down here. Okay, well, save because I don't want to do the puzzle again. And then I'm going to click on this. And let's see what happens.
Destiny. Design. Downfall.
Your tadpole echoes, not with presence, but memory, tinged with loss.
The grand design. Order. Perfection. Unity. Every plane. As one. Every being. In their place.
That loss blooms into a sudden fury, burying claws in your mind.
Taken. Corrupted. Gone.
Is that the Mind Flayer
Just
goal?
as suddenly, pain
It
and
is.
memory are gone, leaving only stone once more.
So
The grand design,
yeah.
the restoration of the Mind Flayer Empire, the dream of all Illithids.
And they're mad that it's gone, probably because this Elder Brain was taken over by Ketheric Thorm and his friend whose name starts with a G that I forget.
I guess.
That's my...
Did you get the stuff from the skeleton here, by the way?
No, I did
some
not
loot here.
see more loot.
There's a blade of oppressed souls and a skeleton with some loot on it.
Okay. I was like, I don't see any of it. And I tried pressing the button. It wasn't showing me anything. So, anyways, brain drain gloves. When you deal psychic damage, you also inflict mental fatigue for 2 turns. That's pretty neat. Circlet of mental anguish. When an enemy fails a charisma, intelligence, or wisdom saving throw against one of your spells or cantrips, you gain 1 to 4 hit points. Oh.
Say when an enemy fails a saving throw, you get hit points?
Yeah, charisma or intelligence or wisdom saving throw.
Oh, nice.
That's interesting. And then there was like a sword or something?
Yeah, right next to the skeleton.
Oh. Now I see. I was looking at the wrong... Okay, Blade of Oppressed Souls. 3 to 18 damage to slashing, necrotic, and psychic damage. Miracle's Gift. Oh, it's... Oh, freaking hell. I really hate this. It does that thing where I press T to try to, like, look at the details of the thing, and it just shakes. Just the screen shakes. It's some weird bug, and I'm gonna give it to you so you can look at it.
The blade of oppressed souls?
Yeah. Yeah, I just...
Yeah, it has... So it does psychic damage, so I bet it could be paired with that, paired with those gloves.
Mm-hmm.
Fragments of dead souls are imprisoned in the steel. Angry, powerful, hopeful, or scared. All of them rose up against their illithid masters, and all of them fell to this blade. Now they're trapped forever, forced to aid their oppressors.
Ugh.
And it has one of the actions that it lets you do has like rush attack, lacerate, but it unlocks something called crowning strike. Unleash the wails of the dead that fell to your blade and possibly instill crown of madness in the target, which makes it attack the nearest creature other than the spellcaster.
Yeah, I have that spell, Crown of Madness. That's cool.
Yeah.
That would be really neat for like a psychic build.
Yeah. I'd be interested to see if, like, I don't know if you wanted to try it out on a fight with Karlach just for a change of flavor at some point.
Right, just to see it in action.
Yeah.
Well, if I remember. Okay. So that's right. Then this is where we had that fight. I realized, by the way, I'm not going to try to be too precious about spell slots and stuff. Like, it's good to be not, use them all up. But, we have all these scrolls that I always forget about.
Sorry, just a sec. My character is stuck. Okay.
Okay.
It kept blocking me. I guess the size
Whoops. Did we want to kill these profane wombs?
thing. Sure. I'm not going to be in melee for this. Maybe it feels like
Whack.
a range thing.
Let me see. They have... Oh yeah, that's actually a good point. Let me stand
No, no,
back
good.
and throw fire at them.
Yeah. Burn the womb.
I just want to see what happens. I mean,
It had to be some use. Maybe they were buffing something, or maybe
not a
I
Lloyd
don't know.
tank here. Yeah, I don't know.
Bloody work.
Mysterious liquid. I don't know. Well, gross.
Reacts to any heat that comes near it. You want to try setting it on fire?
Sure.
Or do you think heat just means people? Oh, so maybe this was a way to deal with the zombies.
Oh, that would make sense. Make little AoE stuff. Yeah. Okay.
I'm not sure what the profane...
Oh, there's something over here.
I'm just gonna try killing all of these just for the heck of it. I don't think it's gonna do anything, but
Okay. I'm gonna
I want to break the
see-
wounds.
Oh no.
What did you see over there?
Well, there's a glowing yellow, or not yellow, opposite of yellow, purple. There's a glowing purple orb, and my character walked close and said, "I feel glorious." I'm like, uh-oh. That can't be good. Can
No.
it? There is a true mind in a jar.
Well, that's good.
Mind archive interface. Okay, let me see this resonance stone.
Design.
Oh, I picked it up. I picked up the orb. Okay, I've got too much shit on me now. These are heavy. Resonance stone. All nearby creatures are steeped in bliss. Okay.
Okay.
That's... I'm gonna give it to Shadowheart right now, just in case. I'm sending these mines to camp, though, because... they're heavy. And I am weak. Okay. Stop. Oh, a rune slate. A series of dots and broken lines. Entries in a language you cannot read, yet you sense their meaning nonetheless. A final mournful entry carrying with it a vast hollow feeling of grief. The colony in decline, the elders starving, falling dormant to preserve its strength and lie in wait for some salvation to come.
Seems I can understand a little script. Thank you, Tadpole.
Of course, you would thank your tadpole.
Right?
And so I guess the resting made it vulnerable to being yoinked.
Maybe. I think it was just really, like, yeah, in bad shape. Balthazar's notes. Experimental notes written in Balthazar's precise hand. His obvious deficiencies aside, it cannot be denied that young Gortash, that's his name, Gortash, has the mind of a scientist. Before his latest invention, the Illithid library was no more than rows of brains swimming in the cerebral slop. With his device, we no longer need psionic power to access the memories contained within, only to insert the subject and speak to it directly. I do wish he were not so eager in testing the device on more recent subjects of his own, however, nor in leaving their skull shavings scattered among my workbench. Yeah, I don't know if you noticed, but there's a head over here.
I did. I see it's probably, it looks like a bust, but it's actually just a head.
Yeah, okay. I'll talk to him.
Empty vessel, nothing more. Lending voice to elder law.
Is this the librarian? Or the library even, I wonder.
I don't know. I assume it's like a brain that was put in here. Like, it sounds like... Oh, wait. Mind archive interface. Oh, I shouldn't have sent those brains away. Insert item. Damn it. Okay, well, I'll at least pick up
There's
this
a willing mind
willing
here. Does
mind.
that help?
Yeah, I just sent those away. God damn it. Okay. In my defense, they were heavy. Okay, inserting. Trying to insert. There's an owlbear in my way. Successfully inserted. Okay, now I think we talk to the head. Yeah.
Pardon? Wouldn't do to phlegm all over Lord Gortash during my first performance, would it? Acoustics are a little off in here. Which is... where, exactly?
I want to know more about Lord Gortash.
Before freaking it out.
Yeah. Never mind that. Tell me about this Lord Gortash.
He heard me singing in Beggar's Rest. Said he needed someone to give voice to lost knowledge. A little over my head, being honest, but the Lord has gold. I trust he knows his business. Now, I'd best warm up.
Yeah. What did you plan on singing? It ought to be remembered.
Oh, oddly sentimental. Or mayhaps you're just looking for an edge on the competition, eh? No fooling me. Patience. You'll hear it when Lord Gortash does.
So now that she's sassed you, do you want to give her the existential crisis and just tell her that she's dead and a brain in the bucket?
Maybe. Oh, I feel so bad. And I feel worse that I sent those brains away, because I don't think I can... We can't go back to camp.
Oh,
And
yeah, that's right.
I can't fetch from camp. Ah, okay. So the other option is to just reload, because I had saved. I want to, because I want to see what they all say.
Okay.
Alright. I didn't know the brains were going to be next to a brain reading device.
You know another word for a brain reading device, right?
No.
A head.
Oh my god. Alright. Touche. Because I don't remember. You found it?
It is. I did. If my friggin' bear can get anywhere. My bear is just stuck, I think.
Oh no. This is anti-bear bias.
I'm immobile? Why am I immobile?
Did you get stuck on something? Like juices or something? I don't know.
I'm trying to jump. It says unavailable while immobile. Is my wood woad, like, barricading me in? Hold on. Let me try to move my peons.
Okay.
Quote, get out of here. Dryad, your Dryad is like 1,000,000 miles away. And by the way, your fire elemental is way back at the brain puzzle, by the way.
Oh boy. Yeah, it's not like attached. Well, it's attached to Will. I don't know. It can be on might
necromantic
be there too.
restraints. Affected entity can't move. Is this what the profane womb is? Let me see if I break the profane womb. Does that break the restraints on me? It does.
Oh, interesting. So if we had gotten too close to them while fighting, we would have gotten stuck.
They immobilize you. That's what they are. They're traps.
That's
okay.
interesting. Okay, I'm gonna interact with this with the true mind. And I also have the waking mind. I'll do the waking mind first.
Okay.
So we did the willing mind before. And now I've got the waking mind.
Design.
Fine bones, sharp jaw. Some variety of elf? Pretty enough for a flesh prison. If not the noble Githzerai features I was born with. I'd guess you're no willing guest of the Gate either. Perhaps we might aid one another.
Ah, failed history. You call yourself Githzerai. Is that some kind of Githyanki?
Oh, for a set of hands to slap your face! The Yankee lost their way the moment Gith threw down the Gate Empire. Only we, Zerai, continue the war to end the Gate forever. Only we fight them on their own battlefield. The mind.
I wish I had Lae'zel here for this. That's alright.
And this is why this person is so cool about it, because they're used to being like, and they weren't just yoink off the street. This is like their chosen.
That makes sense. Yeah, so you're remarkably sane for a pickled brain.
A Githzerai's mind is not so easily cracked. Our discipline was the very reason we were attacked. My order taught a psionic technique much feared by the Gate. They destroyed us for it, and kept me as a trophy.
That sucks.
I never broke, but I've spent all these centuries awake, aware.
Ugh.
So here is my offer. Use your tadpole, erase me, and I will pass my technique on to you.
You catch the lie. The monk isn't telling everything.
Oh. You want my help, then tell me the truth.
All right. The gate did not find my monastery. I led them there. They promised me immortality, and they gave it. I have been their rotting trophy for centuries.
As her agitation swells, so does her latent psionic power. To your tadpole, that guilt and terror are almost fragrant. You realize the Illithids locked her away not as a trophy, but as a fine vintage.
Well,
Please,
damn.
touch my mind and purge it. The moment you do, my knowledge will be yours.
This is like the worst torture possible.
Right? She specifically said purge.
She did, yes.
So I'm gonna do that. Reach out
Okay.
and purge her mind. Will approves.
The awareness that floods you is nothing like the tadpole. It is tentative and tinged with the loneliness of eons. It fades beneath your touch, but you feel something left behind. A fragment.
It is only knowledge yet, without comprehension. But when you use it, you will see. And I see.
Githzerai mind barrier. It said. I don't know. Doesn't seem to be an item. I just saw that text like floating above my head.
It's a condition. I think it's a buff that you got, maybe?
Oh, I see. Having assimilated a splinter of Githzerai knowledge, mental barriers have been erected in the affected entity's mind. Has advantage on intelligence saving throws. Oh, cool.
Oh, and you're steeping us all in bliss.
I am. That's because I've got the thing in my pocket.
Yeah.
Okay.
But so we get disadvantage on mental saving throws.
I
And
see.
we're vulnerable to psychic damage, but we get advantage on physical checks. So we're more energized and more mentally compliant.
Okay. I might want to send that to camp before we go fight.
Mind flayers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
Where
let
am
me
I?
see if I can do the true mind.
So do you see my character?
Not at the moment. I'm in you're
Oh, okay.
spinning?
You see me?
Yeah. I see you
I
spinning.
don't see it's that invisibility bug. Okay.
Oh, shoot. Okay, why don't I save and
Okay, thank you.
we'll reload.
You know what you're using to reach out to all these different brains?
What?
A headphone.
Oh my god.
Oh, I shouldn't be alive. True mind. Wonder if it's a true soul mind?
That's what it seems like. Would be my guess. Okay.
Every day he comes. Every day for 3 days to ask me how I feel. I want to tell, but I am confused. Which day is it?
Who's this he you're talking about?
We are his pets. His plan. Lord Gortash.
Gortash?
It's interesting that they called Balthazar's notes called Gortash like young Gortash. I guess Balthazar is like ancient though, isn't he?
Maybe, yeah.
Okay.
But we've got 3 real, shitheads here. We've got Ketheric Thorm, Gortash, and Balthazar. They're all horrible.
Yes.
Okay, what if we say it's the first day?
The first, yes. 5 days since he put that thing in my eye, but the first day he came to visit. He says I am the last, that the other subjects have all changed.
Oh, these are the true soul experiments. So this is the first one where Okay, the second day.
Eye hurts. Head hurts. But he says I'm past the worst of it. That I won't change like the others. He's given me a place of honor, so he can repeat his miracle. And a name. True Soul.
The third day.
She whispers in my mind. She sings.
Absolute, I guess.
Praise
Yeah.
the absolute.
Yo. Tell me about these others.
Separate cells. I never saw them, but when they changed... My head! I can feel them in my head!
Creepy.
Oh, that's right, because she has like a true soul ability, she can feel what they're feeling and like connect with them in their agony, I guess.
Yeah, I think so.
Rough, buddy.
Good feelings never last, I suppose.
What was
Oh.
the deal with the resonance stone?
That's the thing that gives you bliss. I
to
must have saved before I picked it up. I might just leave it here. It seems dangerous. Rune slate.
Agree. It seems like it would be great recreationally.
Yeah. Oh, I found a different rune slate. So, a flash of nautiloids lining a great dark void. One mind with one purpose, moving in concert through the darkness between planes. The design in action before the slave minds rose and ruined it all.
Seems I can understand Illithid script. Thank you, Tadpole.
Yes, thank you, Tadpole. So, yeah, they, I think the slave minds... Oh, shit. I have... rotated the camera into the wall. The slave minds must have been the Githyanki who
The
rose in
slave minds
rebellion.
must have been yes.
Okay, I think that's all of this stuff. Wait, what is down?
Of many hearts, one soul.
This is like just a weird dead end. I don't like it. I don't like being here. I'm leaving. It's gross.
And I like how like even at the dead end there's like that thing over there
Right?
is like a spine.
Yeah. Yeah, don't know what's up with that. Don't like it. Left.
Prepare the march.
It really does feel like we're in the rotting remains of some giant beast.
Mm.
You know, there's like the sinews everywhere, and I don't know.
Yeah.
It is a lot. Okay, so yeah, my fire elemental, the dryad are okay. I'll try to rescue them. I think
yeah,
they
I'll
don't
bring-
realize they can like leave, come back and jump. It's all the jumping.
Which is weird because your fire elemental basically moves with the speed of thought. Like,
Right? It doesn't jump, it goes whoop.
oh yeah, so when now I brought it over here, it now
It
it's
knows
following
how to
again.
connect. Yeah, I thought that might
To
happen.
do.
Okay,
It's-
so
in hindsight, it's like shocking that we didn't get trapped by the profane
Right?
wounds at all, or maybe
but
we
we
didn't,
did all the
didn't
fighting
notice
out
it.
here. We didn't get close enough to that circle, so
That's true. And when we went to the side, we kind of skirted around it, like when you were
Mhm.
going after the body
yeah.
bomb or whatever.
I
it
mean,
was.
it's their fault for putting a giant death's head in the middle of that circle. It's not exactly inviting.
They should have put candy. You're right. You're absolutely right.
Well, if you want to trap somebody, maybe don't warn them. Okay. So, through this flesh rot door, back up and out. High intellect devour. I'm looking at the map. Did we ever go? We did. We did go down to Chop, down to that kind of lower left corner. So now we need to go east. Seems to be our
Yes.
remaining real option.
I think you're right.
Okay.
Through the flesh rot door.
Yep. Boy.
Oh.
think that's right. The map. Okay, yeah.
Sorry, my headset just connected for the last 5 seconds or so. Apologies for that.
Oh, no worries. You didn't miss anything. Okay.
A whole fleet of nautiloids. How many true souls have passed through this place?
There is something going on down below.
Oh, there's a fresh mine. I'll bet we could pop that in.
So, that's progress.
Oh, interesting. Do we want to go back and do that?
If the we is asking, I would be interested in that, but doesn't.
Okay.
I mean, we could see what happens when we get into the room, but.
No, I'll grab it. Let's grab it. Let's go. Fresh mind.
Any other mines here?
That's a good question.
No neural apparatuses. And no, and the least trustworthy restoration machine I've ever seen in my life. But no, I think it's just that.
Okay, I think I'm going back the right way. Yeah. Yeah, let's go do this mind. I think that... Well, okay. If there is a restoration machine, we saw those on the Nautiloid, right?
Oh, you're right.
So it might...
That's the long rest machine, probably, right?
Yeah, I bet it is. I bet they're like, look, we know you've been down here for a long time. Oops. So I'd at least be willing to, like, save and then give it a try.
Yeah. And I do trust. Like, it's not trustworthy in that it's like a giant mass of sucking tentacles, but I do think it will restore us.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The moment comes.
Okay.
Death.
Okay. Let's put in this willing... No, wait. Okay, wait. Latest. Fresh mind. That was it.
Yes.
And talk to the brain. Or the head.
My head hurts. Can I go back to bed, Mummy?
It's a kid.
Oh. How did you get here?
I live here. This is my house. Our house, right, Mummy? We saw a big spiky snail that fell out of the sky. I'm just very sleepy, Mummy. I wish you'd stop waking me up so much.
Yeah, the big spiky snail, that's the Nautiloid. Meanwhile, I'm never going to sleep again. Let's, time to go back to sleep then. Good night. You.
Night, Mummy. Love you.
Oh, that's not great.
No.
Don't love that.
It feels like if this were a real life thing, like we're here in real life, we have all the options open to us. Like it feels like you just want to destroy all these things, like just let the brains rot, so they can't be. It's one of those things that gets at a very particular fear of mine. The whole idea of like being locked in, bodiless, unable to act, just stuck out of time, like experiencing time.
But not being able to, like, live.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the thing is, like, even in our real world, people who are disabled and have difficulty movements, like, there are accommodations that can still give you life. This doesn't feel like that. This is a different thing because it's like, I don't know. Yeah.
And it's being very deliberately used. Like it's not like the Nautiloids found these brains and are
finding ways to accommodate them or something. Like no, they're like they're actively
dragging it out, using their negative emotions.
Yeah. To feed on them and stuff. Yeah, it's not great.
The torture thing was like the kid that didn't happen to the kid, but it feels like it's just a matter of time. Just the torture one, the one that was like wished for immortality, which is Why would you ever wish for immortality? But anyway, the
I
one that wished
know,
for
right?
immortality and got, got wishmastered, got evil genied, monkey's pawed, like that's nightmare fuel for me. The actual nightmare fuel.
Yep, yep, absolutely. Okay, I'm saving, and I'm gonna hit up this restoration pod.
This feels likely the actual boss fight, whatever.
Yeah. Okay, hey, it did it. It restored my spell slots and everything.
Prepare.
Amazing. Love
Wonderful. And so now there's, how many neural apparatuses are there? There's a bunch. There's opaque vis. There's some stuff here on this platform, I guess.
it. All I see is the one in front, like the elevator one. What else are you seeing? Oh, wait. Oh, behind. I see now. Okay, I'll talk to this one.
Though, I'm finding loot, and they
Oh.
may have an upgrade for Will.
Ooh.
You're gonna send it
Also,
over to him.
The
Yeah.
one neural apparatus said the elevator's already here. So one of them takes the elevator down, the other one calls it back up.
Okay.
What did you send to Will? Should I look
I
at
just
him?
sent him, this headpiece.
No, I'm gonna stick with the hat he has.
Okay.
Still breathing, despite everything.
And I'm just looking through like the vats and boxes here. I don't think there's anything else though.
Evacuate.
Yeah, no, nothing else I see here.
Okay. Then I think we go down the elevator.
Let's go. Or let me make sure everyone's inside the car. All the
yeah,
armies.
good call. Alright. All hands and feet inside the elevator.
All
Alright,
hands and feet in.
here we go.
Is anyone else's tadpole squirming around a lot more than usual?
Oh, they're home.
Yeah.
It's almost like it's excited by something, drawn to it.
Don't love that. Okay. Well, forward we go. Nonetheless. I still have the get the Zerai mind barrier. It doesn't say it goes away. I wonder if that's permanent.
That's a great point. Maybe it is permanent. Maybe it's like the blessing.
Right? Okay. Flesh rot door.
No longer a background murmur. The presence in your mind builds to a roar.
We've found it. The Absolute is behind this door.
Well, nothing for it but to go in. Oh, jeez.
You said it was under control.
It isn't you I answer to, Gortash.
Oh, the general voice. Is this where we salute?
Salute, yes, with cleavers through his blood-starved flesh. How it crawls with failure, like flies on lick-wet carrion.
You forget yourself, Orin. I have played my part.
You've built an army for our masters, true enough, but what of the astral prison? A rogue true soul flaunting it under your nose all this time, and you ran from her.
Sure that they would follow and deliver it into my hands here. If you would cease these distractions.
The distractions have been yours, Ketherick. Perhaps we never should have dug your daughter up. So you haven't lost your edge, but you're still not as sharp as Orin, I wager.
Orin's
the Slayer
new.
against the Undying One.
And I love her.
That'd be fun to see.
His crypt breath sings to my sinews again, 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 again. But he must lead the murder march to Baldur's grave.
If the weapon is truly in your grasp, Ketherick, might I suggest closing your fist. Orin and I can wait for you no longer. The plan proceeds. We're going to the city, and we expect you to follow. Army and the weapon in tow.
The Edict of Bane.
The lash of Thor!
Those are two gods of death, I think we saw.
I think so. Must be. Is that
It's a big brain.
rain? Is that the absolute?
It must be.
The elder brain?
And these must be how they control it.
Yeah.
I mean, Edict and Lash.
The Testament of Merkel.
So that's those 3 death gods.
An elder brain. One of the cruelest and most powerful creatures in existence. Enslaved by mere mortals.
There we are. It wouldn't do to fight in front of our guest. Behold, Duke Ravengard.
Oh shit.
The Absolute.
Whom preserve us?
You wag your word flap in vain, Alderling. Once the worm holds the whip, your shredded flesh will serve us.
Oh no.
Feels like we should have stepped in by now, but
Yeah,
it's not.
kinda does.
We go at our own pace.
Shit, no. Father!
Now, it's really time we were going. We will empty this place and begin the march. You may catch up with the army once you've retrieved the weapon. And Ketherick, do try not to sulk. You're supposed to be the fearsome general come to conquer the city. And I am the hero who will save it.
That guy reminds me of the villain from Final Fantasy 15.
It is time,
Oh, I haven't
Forget
played
his
that.
name.
Oh no, I have 15.
Yeah.
Arden?
Yeah, that's his name.
To prepare the way.
Well, that's bad news. Oh, I'm inspired. Gotta love it. What was I inspired by?
Oh, I was inspired by a different thing, I guess. For me, it was a piece of 3?
Yeah. Shadowheart was also inspired by that. So we are inspired up the wazoo.
I'm looking for a piece of 3. I'm not seeing it on the list of inspirational events under Acolyte.
I don't know. Well, that's alright. Let's move forward. There's
Oh,
Catherine.
and you were inspired by exploring all parts of the Mind Flayer colony.
Got
as
it.
outlined.
That makes sense.
And so, sorry, I just wanted. How great.
As predicted.
Sorry, I was already moving
What is
forward.
it, I wonder, that draws one toward death like a moth to light? You could have run away, absconded with the prism. The one thing that could prevent me from fulfilling my destiny. But the lure of one's destiny is irresistible, isn't it? Perhaps you hope to learn your place in history before you are erased from it. A bright flash of clarity before the snuffing out.
Sorry, what were you gonna say?
I just wanted to process what we just saw.
Yeah,
that whole,
sure.
like, that was a major thing. And like, was that what you expected from Enver Gortash?
I was surprised by the I'm the hero who's gonna save it. It's like, okay, there's more to their plan than simply conquering army.
Yeah.
You know,
like he wants to be loved, or maybe, or I don't know.
right? Or have some other way to take over. Some bigger plan. I don't know
And
why
who's-
you need to be the hero to save Baldur's Gate from the army if you have the army.
Yeah. Right. Who are they trying to convince, and what do they gain from
Right?
that?
And they also, so those 3 are connected to these death gods we've been reading about in the little help text when we load in.
Yeah.
So they were 3 mortals who became death gods, I guess. But it's not that they're not these 3 mortals, right? Orin and Gortash and Thorm are
I'm not
just...
sure. It feels like they were just using, because they said like
Yeah.
they were using stuff, so I think they were just using powerful artifacts related.
That's
or
what it looked
related
like,
to
because
them.
he's got this like gem in his armor.
Yeah.
So
And they're all related to control. I mean, it was the lash of someone, the edict of someone, and the mandate of someone. So they're all like objects of control,
right.
which makes sense.
Okay.
And Orin was like, I don't know. I'm always a fan of the sit on like the what do you call it? The who's Will's person, Will's demon, like that sort of jolly murdering you and
Yeah.
type demon.
Mizora or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Orin's I guess immortality seems like it's kind of a blurry line with these 3 at least, but like I like how she was using Raven Guard as a chair.
Right. That casual disrespect.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And it looked like at first like her armor was meat. But I think later, I think as I looked like, I think it was probably the design choice, but I think it actually was probably metal, but it did look like just like muscle and flesh.
She's wearing a meat dress. The Lady Gaga did that like decades ago, right? The meat dress.
Yes.
All right. Why? Okay, so now Ketherick is like, you could have left and that would have destroyed my plans. But here you are. You couldn't resist. It's like, well,
we couldn't leave,
no.
we couldn't camp out.
So, why is the prism so important to you?
The very fact of your being attests to its power. Despite your infection, you resisted the brain here in the heart of its domain. What good is an army of thralls if they do not obey their master? Let us speak plainly. My Lord Merkel gave me the one thing I desired, the one thing no other god could grant me.
His daughter.
My daughter's life returned.
Yeah.
Her heart beating once more. For that, he asked that I serve as his chosen. Join Orin and Gortash to grow the cult of the Absolute, and then take control of it. He's never had a more devoted follower. I have fought great wars before, in the service of other gods and other powers. But for Merkel, I would condemn all of Faerun to death. You are all that stands between me and my destiny. And you have brought the prism here. I will kill you now. And then I will raise you as my servant.
Oof.
So he's not. So that answers the question before. He's not just like, he didn't just find the artifact on the ground. Like he's got a close personal relationship, and presumably they all do with their respective gods, with their death gods.
Right. They've been chosen by those gods. So I want to ask about this planning to betray, because it sounds more like Merkel is planning to betray the other 2. So maybe these 3 death gods are not as happy to get along as you might think.
Unsurprising, probably, but
right?
Evil. That's always how it is with evil overlords.
You're planning on betraying your allies?
Yes.
Oh.
Join the army of the dead, true soul.
Well,
Witness Lord Merkel's glory.
Said we're going to speak plainly.
That was a fantastic answer.